Fighting for a future. On the Health Watch, patients with ALS are desperate for access to an experimental drug.
Health reporter Stephanie Stahl is here with more on the battle being led by a patient from our area.
That's right, guys. You know, ALS is a dreaded disease that is quickly fatal, but there is hope. Research on a stem cell therapy can restore lives. Well, one patient who lives outside Harrisburg says that hope is clouded with disappointment and frustration.
I'm very fortunate. That's why I fight.
Annie Schwartz has had ALS for 10 years and is still walking and driving. She's beating the odds for now, but knows the nervous system disease named after Lou Gehrig will eventually paralyze and kill her.
The devastation is relentless.
Her arms and hands are getting weak, but braces are helping for now. And even though it's too late for her, Annie is fighting for ALS patients to have easier access to drugs that might help.
Why don't we matter like everybody else?
Annie and other ALS patients recently met with FDA representatives pleading for help. They have high hopes for an experimental treatment called Neurone by Brainstorm Therapeutics.
There are patients that are getting better on this trial. I'm going to show you some.
Mark Bedwell, another ALS patient who was with Annie at the FDA meeting, says Neurone has changed his life.
It was hard for me to walk, hard for me to talk. I'm very emotional about it. It works.
This drug is everything. This is the first time in history that we feel hope and promise.
She thinks more patients should have the drug, especially considering the new right to try law that allows terminally ill patients to get experimental therapies. But only one ALS patient got Neurone as a result of that legislation.
We have a bill that we can't access and a bill that we can't benefit from.
We didn't hear back from the drug company, but experts say there could be issues with the cost in terms of giving it to patients, and it's still in clinical trials to make sure it's safe and effective.
Now, Annie says she is disappointed that the FDA has delayed any action on those requests from ALS patients. And she says also in terms of money being raised for ALS, more, she says, should be directed to funding research. You know, these patients say time's not on their side.
Right. That was incredible.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That was. Stephanie, thank you.
She can get it.